So you can have a mixed strategy. So now let us talk about segmentation. What is a segmentation? How we define the segmentation? So why we need to do segmentation is, first is the price differentiation. Every segment, the customer segmentation, as we have already understood, it depends on the source, depend on the type of stay, depend on the intention of the stay. Their willingness to pay the price is different. So not every customer want to stay in a suite. Not every customer want to get a very high room. Not every customer is willing to pay, book directly and pay a higher price. Some customers are very price conscious, some customers are not really very price conscious. So we have to check and understand the segmentation based on their price differentiation as well. How much is their price ability to pay? Then we also want to understand the service offering differentiation. But every customer may need a different service. Old age customers need different service. Chinese, based on demography, based on their culture, they may need a different service structure. They may have different expectations. The business guest and the family guest will have a different expectations in terms of efficiency, in terms of kindness, in terms of politeness. Business guests may want a very efficient service. Family guests may need relaxed service, personalized attention. Well, leisure guests may need more attention in their stay. Then you need their marketing and distribution needs are also different. Not everybody can be caught by Facebook. Not everybody can be caught by social media. Not everybody can be caught through travel agents. They need different personalized marketing needs. They may need different message also altogether for reaching them out. So the customer segmentation is very important for price differentiation, service differentiation, and also the marketing needs. And also the management information system is to track and understand the hotel's revenue breakdown. Okay. Now let us talk about the standard revenue segmentation, which is prescribed by usually. So usually prescribed segmentation, which is we can see on the screen. Transit room revenue, retail, discount, negotiated, qualified, and wholesale. And also there is a group segmentation, which means corporate segment, association, government, tour companies, SMERF. So we're gonna be looking at it one by one. Retail means normally the maximum rate which we want to sell to the customer is non-qualified. Anybody can book it without any restrictions for how many days of room night. That is normally the highest price that the hotel usually can sell. After that is discount. The discount can be in terms of package, discount can be in terms of advance purchase, discount can be in terms of based on certain rules, based on certain criteria, qualifications, how long you can advance, how early you can book, and what are the different channels that you can book. So these are usually discount segmentation is used normally to attract the customers which want some value deals. These customers does not mind to book in advance or does not mind to follow certain criteria if they need to, but they want some deals, some value deals. So there are always customers who are looking for value discounts. There are certain customers who are looking for value deals. So that segment is usually we try to entertain those customers. It's very important in revenue management because there you can play around with the prices, there where you can play around with the value of the guest, so that you can maximize your revenue. Then the next one is the qualified segment, negotiated segment. Next, negotiated segment is normally a contract between a company and the hotel based on number of rooms, expected number of rooms. So it can fall into new contract A, B, C, D, E, different tiers. So the company which is providing the most business to the hotel will get the lowest room, and the company which is providing the least potential of the business will get the highest room rate. So it depends. So the hotels can obviously manage the expectation of the customer contact. Here we can do the price differentiation, not only the price differentiation, also the service differentiation. So For example, corporate with the rec rate, we can provide bigger food amenities, bigger free complimentary late checkout, late check-in, or some other kind of amenities to differentiate the service. Otherwise, the same room you cannot sell for very different price altogether. Then there are qualified. So qualified is to attract a certain specific target market, like for example military, for example professors, for example school kids, for example government employees, which may have a different willingness to pay and stay in your hotels. Normally these segments are given a discount or given lower price than the usual price, so that they can enjoy the hotels at those prices. But normally we do that so that we can attract those special needs or willingness to pay customers, but we put certain restrictions so that other customer who are not qualified or who may want to pay a full price does not get into the this qualified category. It may be that we may lose certain revenues by launching these kind of rate or promotions, but usually it's helpful for the hotel to, especially in when there is a not enough demand in the property. So normally when we are having a higher occupancy, when we expect a very high demand, we close these channels, we close these rates, so that the these qualified rates are not coming into the picture. Other is wholesale. Wholesale can be offline, can be online, but usually wholesale we provide them a specific rate and they are free to sell at whatever rate they want, not in public but together with the packages, together with the other services that they may be selling. So these rates are not for customer, not for the not for the ultimate customer. Ultimate customer may be paying the same price, so you cannot actually differentiate a lot between the services that you are providing, because it doesn't mean they come cheaper, so they deserve a lower service standard. They need same service standard, same attention, same brand, same value, same amenities. That's only that they come from a different customer, and that the different channel, and that channel is paying you a lower price, so they don't qualify for a lower or differential treatment. Then you have groups. Groups are usually more than 10 rooms traveling at the same time in the same booking contract. So these are usually special purpose groups, they which travel in the same duration. So we normally count by room nights. So 10 room nights, one day 10 rooms is 10 room nights, right? So but on any one day you need to have minimum 10 rooms so that to qualify as a group as per the accounting standards. So you can classify the groups into corporate, into the associations or conventions based on their intention to stay. Also it can come from government, it can come from tours or wholesalers, or it can come from SMERF, means social, military, educational, relief or fraternity groups. And then there are other contract room revenue, which means that the room revenue is coming in a contract. So the contract is specific for 30 days or 50 days or 60 days or 100 days, but there is a specific contract to stay during the room. If an FID is staying in the room, continue to stay in the room for a long period of time, that will not qualify as contract. Okay, now we are going to discuss about profiling for each segment. So we have understood the segmentation. Each hotel may be getting a different type of customer for each segment. So we need to understand who are the customer profile for our segments. So the customer profiling is important so that we can understand their marketing needs, their needs of amenities, their needs of services, the needs of their special requests, or anything that we can make to make the guest happy why they are traveling. So it can also be include vendor market, price points. They may have different price points, they may have what kind of different services expectations. So how we do that is we note down their mode of travel, their age, their income level, their habits, their hobbies, their culture, so that we can provide sufficient services to together with as per their customer profile. So as on the screen you can see there every different customer can be coming via different travel modes. Their booking method can be different, their length of stay can be different, their bookings can be, they may be coming with a family, they may be coming with friends, they may be coming with business partners. So they may need different services. They may have different price elasticity based on their profile. They may have some preference over the brands on the properties, and they may be brand loyalists, they may not be brand loyalists, they may want volume deals, they may want discounts, they may want services, they may not want discount, but they may want very extensive services. They may be happy with the packages. So there are different customers, different customer profiles, different customer persona, which we need to determine together with the sales and marketing, together with our customer experience specialists in the hotel, if we have, so that we can provide relevant services to our customers.